So now we will see important rule in CSS. So guys, basically the important rule in CSS is used to add more importance to the property / value than the normal importance given to the CSS property. So guys, the syntax is in this way that you have to provide the exclamation symbol followed by the important keyword over here. So guys, if you use the important rule, it will override all the previous styling rules for that specific property on that element. So guys, previously we had seen the priority of the CSS properties that are applied. So first of all, the highest priority is given to the inline styling, and then followed by the IDs selector, and then followed by the classes, pseudo classes, and the attribute selectors, and then followed by the HTML element tags and the pseudo element selectors. Now guys, there is an exception over here. So even if we follow this priority list, still we can override this priority list by using the important rule over here, which can be done by using this exclamation mark followed by the important keyword. So guys, let us check this with the help of example in VS Code over here. So simply I am going to remove the previous lines of code that we had written in the HTML and the CSS files over here. Now guys, what we are going to do is, let us say we have a paragraph in this case, and we will say this is first para. So guys, basically we have this very simple statement, that is this is first para, and let me just copy this paragraph tag over here so that we can provide multiple paragraph tags in this case. So we have this is first para, this is second para, and this is third para over here. Now guys, let us provide the ID for the first para, and let's say we provide the value of the ID as first, and then over here for the second para as well we will provide the ID as second in this case, and then for the third para let us provide the ID as third over here. So guys, basically we have the ID for all these three paragraph tags this time. So guys, let me just save this file now and try reloading this page on the browser. So as you can see, we have three paragraphs over here. This is first para, this is second para, and this is third para respectively. Now guys, let us set certain background colors to all these paragraph over here. So what we can do is simply inside the style.css file, we are going to provide the ID over here for the first para, and let's say we have the background color as yellow this time. So guys, basically we have the yellow background color for the first para, and similarly we are going to provide the ID of the second paragraph as well, and this time let us provide the background color as aqua color over here, and for the third paragraph let us provide the background color as some other color. So let's say we use this chart reuse color over here. So guys, let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So as you can see, we have the yellow background color, aqua background color, and the chart reuse background color over here. Now guys, this is the normal CSS properties that we have defined inside the external file over here, and we have not used the important rule so far. Now guys, what happens when we provide the HTML element over here inside the ID? So let us provide the p tag instead of the ID of the third paragraph, that is hash character. Now guys, instead of having this ID, that is hash character followed by the third ID over here for the third paragraph, let us provide the HTML element. So let me just provide the p tag over here. Now what will happen? So let me just save this file now. So if you notice, we have the first paragraph and the second paragraph having their own background colors, and for the third selector, that is the p tag, we are going to have the chart reuse which will be applied to this third paragraph over here. So in short, there will be no change in this case. Why so? Because we have removed the ID from the style.css file for the third paragraph, and we are applying the CSS property by using the HTML element name. So guys, let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So as you can see, there is no change right now. But guys, if you notice, this HTML element also applies to the other paragraphs as well. So the first and the second paragraph is also having the p tag over here. So in case if we don't provide the first and the second ID over here, so let me comment out these lines of code in this case, and simply we are going to have this simple p tag over here as you can see. So basically this background color will be applied to all the paragraph tags. So guys, let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So as you can see, this chart reuse color is getting applied as the background color for all the paragraph tags over here, but since the ID is having more priority compared to the HTML element name, and that is why the background color will be updated to these colors respectively when we uncomment these lines lines of code. So now we are applying the background color as yellow and aqua this time. So let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So as you can see, the background color is now getting applied to all the 3 paragraphs based on these colors that we have applied to the ID and the HTML element name. Now guys, very important thing, we have seen previously that the ID selector is having more priority compared to the HTML element name over here. Now guys, what we can do is we can remove that priority by using the important rule over here. So simply after providing the value, what we have to do is we have to provide the space character followed by exclamation mark, and you can see that we already have this Emmet abbreviation, that is important. So guys, basically this is the important rule over here. Now guys, what will happen is we have already seen that the yellow and the aqua background color was already applied to the first and the second paragraph without the important rule. But the moment we provide this important rule over here, so whatever CSS properties that were applied to the other paragraphs will not be applied over here, and only this particular CSS property will be applied to all the p tags over here. So guys, let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So as you can see, the chart reuse background color is now getting applied to all the paragraph tags over here because we have used the important rule. So guys, this is the meaning of the important rule. It will override the value of the CSS property that we have provided over here compared to the same CSS property that we had provided using any of the selectors inside the external file or even the HTML file in this case. Now guys, let us check whether the inline styling will work over here or not. So what we will do is we will provide the inline styling over here for the third paragraph. So let me just provide the style in this case, and let's say we provide the background color this time, and the value that we are going to use is the red color over here. So guys, basically we have seen that the inline styling is having the highest priority compared to the other CSS selectors. So let us check this. Let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So as you can see, the red background color is not getting displayed over here for the third paragraph, even though we have provided the inline styling over here. That's because we have provided the important rule in this case, which is getting applied to all the paragraph tags. Now guys, the moment we remove this important rule from this particular CSS selector, let me just save this file now, and since we don't have any important rule over here, the yellow and the aqua background color will now be displayed for the first and the second paragraph since their IDs are getting mentioned over here, and then since we have the inline styling for the third paragraph, the red color should be displayed over here. So let me just save this files now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So as you can see, we have yellow and the aqua colors, and this time we are getting the color from the inline styling, that is the red background color from this particular inline style that we have mentioned inside the paragraph tag over here. But guys, the moment you provide the important rule inside this particular element name, that is the p tag, let us provide that. So we provide the exclamation mark followed by the important keyword, and let's say we change this particular background color to some other color. So let's say we provide cyan color this time. So when we provide the cyan color, let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So as you can see, the cyan background color is getting displayed over here for all the 3 paragraphs. So guys, it doesn't matter whatever color you apply over here inside the inline styling as the background color, still that particular change will not be reflected over here on your browser, and you will be confused while you are debugging where the issue is. So guys, basically it is very important to note that it is good to know about the important rule. You might see it in some of the CSS source code as well. However, do not use it unless you absolutely have to. So guys, basically if it is possible to avoid the important keyword over here, you should be avoiding it in order to avoid the confusion while you are debugging your CSS properties. So even though if you are providing the CSS property as the inline styling over here, still those CSS properties will not be applied if the same CSS properties are being used with the important rule in your external or the internal styling. So guys, this is the way that you can use the important rule over here as far as the CSS properties are concerned. Comment in the comment section below whether you have learned something out of this video. Please make sure that you like this video so that it reaches to more people, and subscribe to the channel so that you get the notifications on upcoming videos as well. The next video that we are going to talk about is math functions in CSS. So stay tuned.